All right, welcome back, guys. In this video, I am doing a little bit different thing. I'm doing a review, and here I have my AirPods 2, which is the most popular, besides the other AirPods, but I'm saying AirPods in general. These are the most popular noise-canceling name brand. So this is Apple. Everyone is very familiar with those. So I'm going to compare these to the most popular off-brand, which is Tozo. If you go onto Amazon, you'll be able to find these guys. They are the most popular off-brand that you have. And these are their brand new ones, 2024, and they have active noise canceling. So I'm going to compare these headphones to the Apple, and we're going to see how well the off-brand does. I've got about 14 different things that I'm looking for, completely unbiased because I really don't care. So let's see which one's better. So here we have the AirPods. Now I do have a case on this, so it makes it slightly bigger, but over here we have the Tozo. So you can see this is height comparison. The Apple AirPods are a little bit taller, and then if we look at the side, same thing, they're a little bit taller, even with the extra case on here. However, the battery difference that's claimed on both of these is actually quite surprising. So here, the AirPods, the Apple AirPods Pro 2, the ones that I have here, they are rated 30 hours with the case. If just single use, just the headphones themselves, they're at 6 hours, or if you have the active noise canceling, the ANC, it's 5.5 hours. So that's a pretty decent, that's usable for the day. Plug it in, wireless charging, cool. But if we look at the Tozo case here, which is a very similar layout, they have a screen up front, which is really, really cool. And it says your current charging, so you don't have to check anything but the case itself. But apparently this case is up to 59 hours of total playtime, or 42 hours if you're using their active noise cancellation. And if you just want the headphones themselves to play, that is 14 hours use or 10-hour use with the active noise cancellation. That seems like a lot compared to the Macho Apple brand, so take that with a grain of salt. So that leads into price. So AirPods, right now on Amazon on my computer, $188 for these guys, which are the best ones, at least active noise cancellation. These ones on the same day, on sale, $30. So far, these are looking very, very good in terms of comparison. Big battery, nice little front screen, smaller package, everything looks good. So looking at these side by side, we're gonna look at the exterior. So this one, of course, I do have a case over it, but it really doesn't have a whole lot. We've got the indicator light up front, and that's pretty much it. You have the charging on the bottom, and when you look at the extra things it has, it does have speakers. So if you need to use Find My to find these, it does have the built-in speaker. It makes noise. You can find them. Also on the back, it does have the wireless charging. So you can pop that down on a wireless charger and you're set. Now for these ones, they are lighter, and your first impression is it's much lower quality. So you have a very thin top, and it closes. It's like a spring, whereas this one is more of a magnetic latch. So that one, build quality, slightly less up on top, but everything else, it has a little bit of weight to it, not as much. The charger is on the back, so USB-C, same thing. So if you want to set it down while you look at the screen, which this one does have a built-in screen to it, you can do it that way. So you have your left and your right and your percentage in the middle. So if you want to set it down like that and charge it, but other than that, it doesn't have anything else. This one has a cool little screen. This one does have the Find Me and the speaker. So maybe that one, I don't think I can name a winner. I think that's a tie for both. And when it comes to pairing it with your phone, it really doesn't get much easier. If you have an Apple device and you have Apple AirPods in any way, it's quite easy. Your phone will pick it up, say, hey, there's some nearby. You put it in pairing mode, boom, you're good. Plus, if you have something like a computer, like an Apple computer, it seamlessly goes between the two. So you have them, you turn your phone off, you go over to your computer, it picks it up, say, hey, we'll pick it up over here. Super easy, super simple to get things started. Same thing when it comes to these ones. As soon as I opened these up, I turned them on, I opened up my phone, went to Bluetooth, hit pair, and boom. And before we try these on, I do have to mention that the Tozo, these ones do require an app if you do want to get deeper into, I think, like the equalization and like how these things sound and whatnot, whereas obviously you don't need an app for the Apple product. It's just all the stuff is within the phone itself when you get it downloaded. This one, you don't have to have the app. You can get these and go, no problem. But if you really want, you know, you're an audiophile and you really want to get in there and to get some extra equalizing, more bass, etc., stuff like that, you need an app in order to do that stuff. So now we get into actual fitment and sound and how these things actually feel. So the Tozo, I am going to give over to my beautiful wife. And I have the AirPods. Now these both have the same sized little ear squishy things, size-wise. They're not the same shape. The AirPods are a little oblong and those ones are your regular ones, but they fit my ear the same, which means they'll fit her ear the same. So I'm making this as even as I can. So I'm gonna put these in my ears. So for me, I don't do a whole lot of running. I don't do a lot of activities with my face, but these stay in very well. They're weighted very well. I think they fit in my ear perfectly. I haven't had any headphones be worse than these. These are the best ones that I've had. So I know how these feel. This is her first time wearing these ones. So how do they feel?
They feel good. It's kind of like you're not sure if they're in right, or at least I'm not sure if they're in right. But moving my head around, they're not going anywhere. So they feel secure, like when I move them, but I don't know, they don't have that like suction.
Just checked the instructions on the wearability of these ones, and it says that you need to kind of like, I guess, twist them in. Does that help?
Yes, that definitely feels more in there.
More secure now?
More secure, and like I hear you less. So they're like earplugs kind of.
Okay, so now you have a more sealed fit.
Yes.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to switch and see what the difference is between the headphones and the fitment. So these are very light. I think these are much lighter than those, but they do stay in your ears very well. Because I've had headphones before. The last ones I had, this Chinese brand, they were very heavy, and if I was at the gym working out, I could just do this a few times and they would fly out of my ear. No, these are not going anywhere. So how do the AirPods feel to you now compared to these?
About the same secure. I like how you said that they're light. AirPods are definitely light, and those are too.
Do you feel like those are a little heavier?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. But they're not flying off.
So no big noticeable difference. So between the two of these, they're fitment-wise, they're good.
Fitment-wise, they're very similar. They feel different. Their design is obviously different. This has a little, thing coming down here, and that one doesn't. But
yeah, I do not have a preference. They own fit. They're in their own little niche of design. Tozo actually makes one that looks just like this one with the long part that comes in that little cut of your ear. So honestly, whatever you prefer, I don't have a different of opinion on either one. I would say these are equal. So next up, we are going to test the active noise cancellation. So for AirPods, I have mine in transparency mode. Now they have little touch things on the side, so you can go ahead and squeeze it for like 3 seconds and it goes between being off or on, like transparency mode. So I'm gonna put these in my ears and take them out, put them in, take them out, and hear the difference. If you listen closely, we have a fan going in the background, so it's a constant noise, which is perfect for active noise cancellation. So we're gonna test that, and then we're gonna swap and see which one's better, which one's worse, etc. So this definitely does work. That's hard. I think the AirPods are a little bit better, but that's a big difference. If you're talking about almost a $200, if you're just doing active noise cancellation, $200 for those ones versus what, 40 bucks for these? That's close.
Okay, so now that I tapped it, that fan is much quieter. I can like barely hear it. So that active noise canceling is happening. Okay, yeah, I hear nothing. This is magical. Until I just spoke, then I think that, yeah.
I have that option turned on.
So these are definitely better than those as far as noise cancellation.
Yeah, going back and forth between them, you basically hear nothing. For the Tozo, it gets rid of maybe 80 to 90% of the noise. These gets rid of like 99% of that fan. So that's a win for AirPods. But if we're talking about price,
yeah,
I mean, you get what you pay for, but still, that's for a small difference, a big difference in price. So for this next one, it's going to be copyright for the music, so I can't actually play the music, but I'm going to play her a song that has heavy bass, and she's going to check for bass, clarity, basically everything to see how well it sounds with the AirPods versus the Tozo. So she's got the AirPods in now, and she's gonna listen to this song.
Pretty good, even sound. Noise cancellation was definitely there. Bass is good.
Okay, so decent headphone experience. Now let's see it compared to the Tozo.
All right. Oh, I think this is better already. Hold on. Let's hear the bass. The sound is much crisper. Oh my gosh. These are better.
Really?
As far as sound quality, yeah, you have to listen to these two.
All right. So now I'm going to switch over to the Tozo, and I do have to say that I haven't done anything when it comes to equalization, bass, anything like that. This is just, both of them are out of the box. Never changed anything with them. I don't know if I agree. I think the bass is better on these ones, just slightly. I think it hits a little bit harder.
Well, you turned up the AirPods more than me, so I think maybe it was just the volume.
Well, for these ones, that's also another thing that I noticed. For the Tozo, I had to turn the volume up more. So the max volume is better on the AirPods, which makes sense because AirPods has recently been certified to be hearing aids. But so max volume, AirPods wins. These are not as good, but when I equalize the volume, the bass in these ones hits a little bit harder. So if you're really looking for bass, I mean, that's nitpicking, but bass is a little bit better, but clarity, I don't think so. But I guess that's why we have more than one person on here. I feel like these, I feel like the AirPods are a little bit cleaner. I think the treble in this one is a little bit higher. That's why you might think that. I don't really know. But again, cheap, expensive, and these are looking really good. So next up, we're going to talk about touch controls. So for the Tozo, which you wore, it's just the open pad on the outside. It's very easily accessible. Now when you had the AirPods in, the buttons, you can see the indent here on the side and nothing on here. So this one, in order to get the volume up, you swipe up or down on it. But that little indent, that's, say, left. So put that in your left ear. And now turn the volume up. No, it's on the inside. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at when it comes to touch controls. The straight button on the outside is very easy to control. 1 tap, 2, 3, whatever. These ones, it's a really cool idea. The the feedback on it's very good, but because the button isn't on like the outside here to where you're wearing it like this and you'll be able to swipe up and down, it's on the inside. And for me, in actual practicality, when I have music going and I want to turn it up and down, I physically just can't do it because I have to basically grab the whole thing and move it up and down because it sits so deep in my ear, I can't touch it. So for me, that's a win for the Tozo for ease of the buttons that are being used, because the AirPods, pretty much if I want to use the noise canceling or not, I can just squeeze them and that's it. I just use my phone for anything else because I can't use the touch bar on the outside. These ones though, those are easy. I just tap on it, it's right there. All right, and for the very last test, I am going to see how far away that I can get from these headphones, well, both of them, before the sound quality kind of cuts out, starts getting bad, and then completely cuts out. In terms of Bluetooth, I don't really remember what they are, but it really shouldn't matter. One's really expensive, one's not, and there is no super expensive version of this, and there's no super cheap version of this. So the Bluetooth version is the Bluetooth version. So we're gonna figure that out, and we'll be back in a hot video editing second. All right, so this is the corner of my house, and I walked to the other corner of my house. I counted 80 steps, so foot in front of foot to try to get it, but honestly, I put my phone at one end of the house, walked to the other end of the house, and I had no cutouts, no interruptions, no dying, anything. So they're both fantastic in whatever the heck you're gonna be using. I don't know why you would go any further away than 80 feet, but they both work through walls because, you know, I'm in a house. So I guess I'll put that one up for a tie. Well, the results are in. I've tallied everything up, and if you've been following along, you already know this, but I actually didn't know this. I created those guidelines of everything that I have over here at the beginning before I even did the comparison between the two. And the winner is actually the Tozo, which I didn't think it was. I actually counted wrong to begin with, and I made a different video. So now I'm making another video saying that these are actually the winners. So it's kind of crazy to think that all the things that at least matter to me, or things that people care about in terms of headphones, when you count them all together, not including ties, this won by a point. So that's saying a lot for the off-brand or the knockoff brand or whatever you want to call it. When it comes to everything together, they win. Now, if you are looking for something very specific, of course, don't take my ending score, my overall score. Look for what you want. If you're looking for something that has better volume, better noise cancellation, works better with your Apple products, definitely get the AirPods. But if you're looking for something that's a bargain and really good for the price, absolutely. These things are, I was shocked. My wife was shocked. These are her headphones now. She's more of a music person and dancing person and has them all the time. So these are her daily drivers now. So yeah, take that as you will. Take the information as you like. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.